Hi, I'm Eric Engel, and in this video I want to teach you how to make excellent videos with the tools that you have available to you right now. Step one is your location. Unless you're microphones very well and you don't have a lot of background noise like traffic, dogs, wind, etc., you should do your video indoors. Not only will this eliminate noise distraction, but when you choose a room inside, try to choose a room that has drapes and carpet to lower the echo of your audio, because audio is the most important part of your video. It doesn't matter how great your video looks, if they can't hear your message, then you have nothing. Step number two is your background. If you don't have a professional background or green screen, you can pick an area that is aesthetically pleasing. Here's an example of a background that you can find somewhere in your home. This especially works well for a video that's a family-based message and not a professional service or industrial message. You can also use drapes as a suitable background as long as the sun's not coming through. Make sure your background is not shiny or a reflective surface like gloss paint, glass, or a mirror. And my final comment on your background is that you want to make sure that it's not distracting your audience from your message. Your message is the most important part. Step number three is your lighting. Now, if you're not using a green screen or a white background, you only need to worry about your own personal lighting. Normally, you want to place your lighting at or just slightly above eye level. You want to use two lights, each at a 45-degree angle. One's called the key light, and the other one is called the fill light. The key light should be brighter than the fill light, or you can use the same strength lights and just move one back farther away from your face than the other. If you want, you can use a third light behind you as a backlight. The backlight will illuminate and outline your head. If you only have one light, then do the best you can. And by the way, the more lighting, the better. Step number four is your camera. Obviously, a professional camera or camcorder is your best choice. The camcorders you get today for about $400 are better quality than an $8,000 professional camera from 4 years ago. If you decide to purchase this type of camera, make sure that it has an external microphone port. The next best camera is your mobile phone or your mobile device. And finally, as a last resort, the webcam on top of your laptop or desktop. Step number five is your microphone. If at all possible, use a lavalier condenser microphone plugged into your camera, phone, or computer. As I said before, the audio is the most important part of your video. Although you can be heard from the built-in microphone on your camera or device, a microphone close to your mouth will always give the best quality of sound. The microphone that I'm using right now is the Audio-Technica ATR 3350 lavalier omnidirectional condenser microphone, and it retails at Amazon for about $27. Now, this is a great microphone with a 20-foot cord that should be plenty long for all of your personal video applications. This microphone also works with my iPhone and PC laptop, as well as an old Android that I have. If you don't want to buy this type of microphone, you can actually use another mobile phone as a personal recorder with a small lapel mic, or on its own. Then just mix the video and the audio together in your editing software. To make this easier, right before you start the videotaping, clap your hands 3 times. That way you'll be able to line up the audio spikes in the editing and make the whole process that much easier. Now that you have all your equipment available and are ready to go, let's put it all together. When you present, I always recommend that you stand. The only exception to this is if you're in an interview situation. When you stand, you have more energy and you can capture more of your body in the frame. Don't you hate when you see videos like this? When standing, position the camera at eye level. This cuts down on any distortion through the lens. If there is any distortion, you would rather it be on the rest of your body than on your face. Obviously, the best way to do this is using a tripod. There are adapters for mounting your mobile phone as well to the tripod. My wife recently purchased this selfie monopod. Now, it extends out. You can hold it out in front of you. You can put your cell phone right there in that bracket. But if you want videos that aren't on the fly, you can take off the top part here, put your iPhone in that or your Android phone in that, and you can actually attach that to a tripod as well. And that she bought that for about $25. If you do not have an actual tripod, you can actually tape a yardstick to the back of a chair and tape or clamp your phone to it for your video. It doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to be still from movement. Finally, if you're using a laptop, you can be creative and set it on top of a ladder or other platform to get the right height on the camera. When you frame your video, make sure that you're at least filmed from the waist up. And make sure that if you're using a mobile device that you have it sideways or in the landscape position. Also, you want to make sure that you're using the back-facing camera rather than the selfie-facing camera, because this is the best quality camera on your phone. Also, make sure that there's not a lot of space at the top of the frame. Try to take up at least 3/4 of the frame like this. As far as your message goes, at the very beginning of your message, you want to say something like this. Hi, I'm Eric Engel. In this video, I want to teach you how to make excellent videos with the tools you have available right now. Since you only have seconds to connect with your audience, make sure that you introduce yourself and tell them what they get out of the video at the very beginning. Once you do this, make sure that you address your audience as one person rather than a group. And in your mind, you want to define exactly who they are, how old they are, what their struggles are, what they love, etc. Once you define exactly who they are, speak to them as a friend that you want to share your message with. So let's try this with only what I have around the house. Okay, so here we are. This is what I found in my garage. I found this stick, this piece of wood. It's about 5 feet tall. I found a roll of masking tape. I found one of these hand clamps, which I think they're about $2 at Home Depot. And then here's a chair from our living room, or our dining room. So let me put this together, and obviously I need my phone. So I'm just gonna clamp that on there. I'm gonna secure that with a piece of tape. Take out my phone. Now obviously, if you guys are going to do this often, then you want to do something different than this. But if you're just like a 1 or 2 time deal where you're going to do a video and you don't want to spend all the money, and by the way, the equipment isn't that expensive. So, but if you're going to do this all the time, obviously you want to get better equipment, but this will work. All you need is to have your camera mounted and sturdy. So there's my iPhone right there. Line it up. Oh, and just a couple more things. All I'm using for lighting is our ceiling fan here. I did put a 300-watt bulb in there that I bought at Home Depot. Then my son, I have him stand over here on a stool to make him about as tall as I am. Line him up, big smile there. Okay, and now we're good to go. And we'll see what this looks like right now on the iPhone with just what we found in the home. I'm Eric Engel. In this video, I want to teach you how to make excellent videos with the tools you have available to you right now. We're doing this with an iPhone. We're not mic'd. We have it taped to a stick, clamped to a chair. Now, obviously, if you're going to do this more than a couple times, you want to get the right equipment. But if you're going to do this for just a few videos or on the fly, you can do this and it will work just fine. So that's it. If you have more questions, feel free to contact me on the web at engelassociates.com. or at the office at 909-949-6097. I'm Eric Engel. Have a great day.